that the causes and what are the main sources for this water pollution, you should know about the effects of this water pollution. So water pollution, it can lead to different problem, it can lead to different health issues. So water pollution has negative impacts on human health. Contaminated water, if you see, it can make you ill. So every year it is estimated that around 1 billion people, they are getting affected due to contaminated water, especially in poor countries in Africa. A lot of people, they get affected due to contaminated water. So in poor countries, people get different waterborne diseases like this cholera, typhoid and all. A lot of people are getting affected due to this contaminated water. Also sometimes it happens that some materials like if you have plastic bags and other contaminant trash mixed with this water, then when this water joins with the sea, then it will be a very big threat for all the aquatic organisms that you have in that sea water also. So when you have the presence of more toxic materials in the water, then it can lead to different problems. Different, that is, some aquatic animals may be very sensitive, so that aquatic animals may die when you have the presence of more contaminants in water. In when you drink contaminated water, okay, if surface water is polluted, if the lake or river water is polluted, and if that contaminated water, it is consumed by human beings, then it will lead to different diseases. It can lead to diseases like diarrhea, typhoid, cholera, jaundice, like that can lead to different health issues. So water need to be pure. Water should not be contaminated. If it is contaminated, then it can lead to different problems, health problems in human beings. So it not only affects human beings, died water as water affects plants also. Okay, so nitrates and phosphate fertilizers, when you have in agricultural fields, so this nitrogen and phosphorus phosphate content of the soil, it will go to nearby water bodies, and it will lead to another problem known as eutrophication. So this phenomenon, already this eutrophication topic we discussed in first unit, when we discussed about that different ecosystems and other things, we discussed about eutrophication. So when agricultural fields, in agricultural fields, if you have the presence of more nitrate and phosphate fertilizers, then naturally what happens is, during rain, these excess fertilizers will be carried away along with the rainwater and will join with nearby water bodies like lake or river, and this, it will lead to eutrophication. Why farmers use nitrate and phosphate fertilizer is to increase the crop yield. Okay, they want to increase the crop yield, and for that they use nice nitrate and phosphate fertilizers. But when they use excess fertilizers, this excess fertilizer, it will be carried away along with the rainwater, and it will mix with nearby water bodies, and it will lead to a phenomenon known as eutrophication. So eutrophication, it leads to different problems, and some aquatic plants and animals, they may be die due to this eutrophication. So polluted water, it can lead to different problems. Polluted water polluted water containing this high concentration of heavy metals, it can lead to different problems. It becomes toxic for the plants, and from plants it will move through the food chain. From plant it will move to herbivores and then to carnivores, and all living organisms, it will be getting affected when water it is getting contaminated. So now you should think about controlling this water pollution, because we know the effects of this water pollution. When you have the presence of more toxic metals in the water, then it can lead to different problems. So you should think about controlling this water pollution. So how you can control this water pollution is, you can take some simple steps. That is, industries, they need to treat the wastewater properly. Industrial effluent should be treated properly by proper effluent treatment method. Effluent means industrial wastewater. Wastewater, it's also known as effluent. So industries, they need to treat the wastewater properly, and then they need to discharge the wastewater. Without a treatment directly, if toxic wastewater it is discharged, means then it will lead to different problems. So industrial effluent should be treated properly, and then discharge of effluents into water bodies and all, it should be stopped. Deforestation should be stopped because the roots of the trees, they'll hold the soil particles tightly and it will prevent soil erosion, and hence you need to prevent deforestation. So you should stop deforestation. Instead you should think about afforestation, and you should think about reforestation also. And domestic water should be maybe used for gardening. Okay, the water that we use for our domestic purpose, that may be used for gardening. And public awareness may be provided through TV and radio, and the laws and rules should be strengthened. Now you have different laws, like the Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act. Like this, you have different laws to protect our water resources. So you should know that you have different laws to protect this quality of water. Also, you need to see to that you are using some reusable materials instead of using some toxic non-biodegradable plastics. It is better to switch over to biodegradable materials like cloth bags and other eco-friendly materials. Also, we need to consume less natural resources. Less consumption means naturally production also. You need to have less manufacturing, so you can avoid pollution.